This is the Raw Impact Unleashed.
The following Four Aces production is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is highly advised.
Well, yeah. Well, also, what's up, y'all? We're kind of discussing some.
Don't even deal with a lot of the like the relationship shit. That's not my issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People have to. Yeah, that's life. But
yeah,
the feel of the show, it just changed. So anyway, what's changing? There's some changes going on in WWE.
Is there? Because the same man is still running the show. So is there truly some changes going on?
Yeah, they changed it from USA to Fox.
Shit. Oh man,
that's about it.
Yeah. But that Fox move isn't happening until what, October?
Yeah, that's a while from now. But
yeah, but it's going.
Close. What's close is motherfucking AEW.
I thought AEW was similar, like September or so.
What?
We were looking at the fall. Yeah. Are they going to try to come on this summer and actually compete with SmackDown?
2-7. I'm talking about the pay-per-view, not.
Oh, you're talking about the pay-per-view,
TV
not
show.
the weekly show. Yeah.
Yeah, 2-7, homie. 2-7. What's today? 1-7. Are you serious? Oh my God, it's so close. Yeah, but even sooner than that, we have Money in the Bank.
Yep, that would be this Sunday,
which is day after tomorrow.
Shit. Yeah, it looks like it's going to round out to be a pretty decent pay-per-view. Like, I don't know though. Like, everything is weird to me. It brings up something for me that's sorry, I'm watching Civil War. The fight scene is amazing in that movie. Anyway,
Nope, it doesn't compare.
Well, of course it doesn't compare to that, but for its time, like, it was a pretty sick ass fight scene.
It doesn't compare to the movie I watched last night.
The
fight in the movie I watched last night were unfucking believable, bro.
Well, shit, it don't compare to half the fight scenes I've seen in Ip Man and most of the Tony Jaa movies I've seen. So I feel what you're saying. What movie was that?
Pokemon. It was good, bro. It was a really good fucking movie, bro.
I bet it was. Ryan Reynolds touches something that's gold. Unless it's Green Lantern, when Ryan Reynolds touches something, it's gold. So the fact that he's in it,
I liked Green Lantern. I just didn't like the effects and the suit, like that, and that's part of the effects. Nah. I mean, you're a $1 billion company. Get some good effects going on. You know what I'm saying?
Just like the original Incredible Hulk movie, just kind of needs to be brushed to the side. Like, yeah, that existed, but yeah, we don't need to talk about that. Kind of like Vince McMahon with the dead man, or with the what was it? The American Badass persona, supposedly.
What you talking about?
Remember we talked about that?
You keep saying Vince said something about that, but
no, I said that I read Vince said something about that.
American Badass for 3 years, so obviously didn't hate it.
You
But
know
anyway.
what? Hold on.
Huh.
Vince can hate something and still go with it because it's making him money. Vince is a businessman first and foremost. And the American Badass gimmick made him a lot of money. So I'm pretty sure that even if he did hate it, I doubt he really would have put too much of a stop to it, as much money as it was making him.
Vince has done dumber shit. Dumber shit.
Like giving the belt back to Fabulous Moolah, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, that's touchy.
Yeah,
that's touchy right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, nah. But the show's like, no, that's what that leads me to that thing that I was talking about. I was reading these reports talking about that, not reports. I was reading the comment section basically on a wrestling article, and basically the entire comment is like, yeah, WWE programming has been horrible for like since the beginning of the year, and I'm like, really? Because as much as I think that they have their issues, it hasn't been that bad. Yeah, I will agree. From WrestleMania to Money in the Bank, it's been kind of eh.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me do this right quick. Let me do this. Just from that comment that I read, that was a fan that you read it from, right? Just a wrestling fan, just in general. Okay, check it out. Last year, I don't want Roman to have the title. I don't want Brock to have the title. I want a title to be here all the time. Okay, bam, Rollins got the title. Kofi needs to have the title. Bam, Kofi. Becky needs to have the title. She got 2 belts. Becky 2 belts. Right. Roman Reigns needs to be out of the title picture. Bam, Roman Reigns ain't been in no title picture for a long time. Cancer kicked his ass and put him down in the mid-card section. So, WWE has literally gave the fucking bitch-ass smart marks what they wanted this whole year. This whole year, they was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, Brock held the championship, but we're going to get the build up. Boom. When Daniel Bryan came back, yes, he was a bad guy, but you still wanted them to get the championship. And then what happened when you wanted Kofi? Kofi Mania happened, and you made it happen, fans, and we gave it to you. And you're still not fucking happy. We thing you bitched about for the last 5 years, we changed it. And yet, you still bitch about it. And yet, ratings keep going down. Even when, you got what you wanted. You're like, oh, we got what we wanted. We're not watching no more. What the fuck is wrong with fans? You motherfuckers, I swear to God. I wish Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock would just come together in a Jay and Silent Bob moment, in a Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back at the end, where they're like, oh, are you such and such from such and such? You know, such and such? And just start stunning motherfuckers and rock bottoming people all over. That's what I want to happen in real life, like legit. All these motherfuckers comment on shit. They've done what you've wanted for years. Yeah. You've for it for years, and they finally give it to you, and you bitch about it. Fuck you.
No shit. Like, and I feel Cole. I feel you, Cole, 100% on that. And that's part of the reason why why I was puzzled by the comment or the opinion that WWE has been slow. Look, you wanted Ronda Rousey to have the belt, she got the belt. You wanted her not to have the belt, she doesn't have the belt. Like literally, it has been at your women's spray.
But not only like everything with the women's, but every single thing. Roman Reigns is out of the title picture. We don't have to worry about Roman doing nothing. He's been a mid-carder, just as a standalone guy popping up here and there since he's came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rollins has got the belt now. The belt is on Raw every fucking week. Yep. You see it. Okay? Everybody wanted Kofi. Kofi's the champion now. Like, and people still bitching about it. Like, what the fuck?
And that's the finickiness. Well, of should I say wrestling fans and Game of Thrones fans, according to a few memes that I saw. Evidently, there's a lot of upheaval over this last season. So I don't watch, so I don't know. I just know what I read.
Actually, oh shit, I'm tired. Got up at 4 this morning. Wow.
Good Lord.
I have been happily content with wrestling as of late.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Like there's no complaining too much. We should have done this way or that way. Just little bitches and gripes.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
you know.
let me ask you something.
Yes, I'm just bitching to be bitching and griping to be griping about something. It's been decent programming and decent storylines.
Well,
And
let me ask you. Go ahead.
the only thing that stands out that's been bad is that last Bray Wyatt segment.
I was just going to ask you that. Like, what do you think about that?
That's the only thing that really like stands out as being absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
That. But other than that, it's been decent little programs with everybody, a decent little storyline run with everybody, back and forth. I did, agree with you that Drew McIntyre should be in AJ Styles' spot right now. AJ did come across the brands and take his place. But hopefully he'll win Money in the Bank. Like we leading up to a different storyline there to go to the championship that way. We don't know. Braun Strowman's out. So Drew McIntyre's my next pick because Braun was the first pick. Now Drew's my second. So anyway, but yeah, I've been
was a weird
happy
twist to have Braun Strowman out like that.
I have not been upset or shooken up, so to speak, from wrestling in a long time. As in, pissed off or disgruntled.
There's something I did want to touch on. And I want to give a bravo round of applause to WWE for their revisionist history when cutting that Roman Reigns segment together. Them fans booed that nigga out the building when he won the Royal Rumble. And y'all tried to make it like the fans were cheering for him. Like it was straight hilarious. Go back and rewatch that Roman Reigns thing that they do, that little thing that they did for him this week.
Yeah, look at that. I gotta look at that.
And the way they cut the video, it was like Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble, and they show you like this one fan holding up a "We want Roman to win" sign, and I'm like, no, don't skip over that. They booed his ass out the building. The Rock couldn't even come out and get a cheer from him.
I was like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like, the people's eyebrow was even confused.
I was like, what? I was like, way to write revisionist history there, WWE. They were like, yeah, we can kind of leave that part out. Let's just forget about that. I'm like, nah, you don't forget an entire building booing Royal Rumble winner out the building like that. Considering I've only seen it at that level of heat like a couple of times in my lifetime of watching Royal Rumbles. Like I remember Batista was that hot.
The heat of the motherfucking Supersonics. Oh
no, it wasn't that heat.
So bad. But yeah, Roman got booed out the fucking building. The Rocks tried to do the people's eyebrow when he raised his hand. And the eyebrow even did an eyebrow, like a confused eyebrow. It was a weird looking eyebrow. Looked like a lightning bolt.
Shit. It did, man. But getting back to that Bray Wyatt segment, that just was it wrong that after watching the entire segment, the only thing my mind said was, well, at least we got a payoff. At least it led to something. But
no. It's not wrong. It's not wrong because at least you understood that was it.
That was
all shit. There it is. There it is. A rubber mask and some motherfucking clown pants and some buckle boots. And that's about it.
Oh my God.
Same dirty ass hair. I think he had contacts in through the mask. I couldn't tell. I think there was contacts in. Don't know if he's gonna wrestle in that mask. It's gonna be hard to breathe because he fat anyway.
Yeah.
So
there was a part of me that was like, okay, so
people, I'm not being mean. Yeah. Ray is fat. He is fat.
Yeah.
He is and I am also fat. If you can grab it, then you fat. All right. Yeah. So grab yourself right now. Everybody just grab it. All right, you fat. So you can say other people fat if you fat. But if you skinny and you call somebody fat, you're gonna get slapped.
That's wrong.
But don't never ask no fat lady how far along is she. Chances are she just fat. Leave her alone. Move on about your business.
Oh man, but on the real though, I tell you, man, like it's one of those things where I was like, okay, if you're gonna go the Finn Balor route, then you should have just kind of given. Bray already has kind of crazy looking hair. You should have just given him the crazy hair and painted his face up. Fuck, you did the shit to Mojo Rawley. Like, but like, you know, if you're gonna give us kind of like the Finn Balor demon persona shit, like, don't give me no mask. Don't give me no stretched out fucking clown mask. Like, it was just like, okay, that's just stupid.
Yeah. I didn't like it either.
I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it, man. I was just like, yeah, I'm glad that segment's over now. Yeah.
So basically, Bray Wyatt ate Doink.
Did he? I guess
and
so.
Dean.
And Dean.
And it's Doink and Dink. And he became Duke.
Did you see that he offered to replace Dean Ambrose in the Shield? Yeah, there was an article about it that he offered to replace whatchamacallit in the Shield. I was like, what? No, just stop. Oh man,
I didn't see nothing about nothing with Joe.
I didn't say they were going to accept him. I just said that he offered.
No rumors and hearsay.
Yep, I read all the dirty sheets.
I don't know nada.
I read all the dirty sheets. All the sheets that are dirty.
Yeah, I bet your sheets are dirty.
Damn right, motherfucker, because I use them.
No, you need to wash them motherfuckers, man. You wash them sheets, man. You wash them sheets like you wash clothes, at least weekly.
Nah, once every 6 weeks is fine.
Fuck that. I got dogs. I gotta wash my shit.
Oh yeah, see, I don't got dogs. I don't allow animals in my house or in my bed. No, I allow them in the house. I just don't allow them in the bed.
Oh man, my dogs got to cuddle, man. Little cuddle buddies. Oh, you little fuzzy buddy.
You know when I can cuddle with a dog? When I get my ass down on the floor and go cuddle with the dog. You ain't getting up on my furniture.
You be like, this your carpet, dog? Can I lay on your carpet with you, doggy?
Pretty much. You know you got to ask for consent. You know.
Yeah. If
you don't,
because that motherfucker come up to you, run up to your bed and look at you, and you're like, no. It's like that was him asking. So if you want to get on the floor with that motherfucker, you better ask him.
Shit. All right, man. So let's get to it.
What up? What we talking about? Hey, are we gonna ring them bells, man?
I did, bro. I rang him to open the show. I just didn't. We were talking our talk, so I didn't dig into why. There were actually 2 deaths that caused us to ring the bells this week. One was Ashley Massaro. She passed away at the ripe age of 39. They said her autopsy was unconclusive as far as reason of death.
No, right now it's undetermined.
Undetermined, okay.
Nobody, they ain't said what the reason is. It's classified as non-criminal though.
Okay.
So it wasn't murder.
Right. we'll get to we'll get to that. We'll get to that reference later.
We don't know if it was an overdose, suicide, random heart attack, fucking blood clot, stroke. We don't know what the cause is. So right now, until we know in like the next 6 days, it'll come out in the next 6 days of what happened. So, but it's unfortunate, you know. It's unfortunate.
She had a very short run. She has a very short run in my memory because I don't remember her from whatever indie days she had, and she had a very short run in WWE.
She didn't really have any really indie days. She was with WWE under 4 years. No indie days before WWE. Yeah. She was part of the Diva Talent Search.
Ah, okay. She was one of those ones that got brought in.
She won the Divas Talent Search.
Okay.
And then she got trained, and then she became, and I gotta say, she was the best non-wrestling talent to ever grace the ring. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Because she came in the ring, and I believed what she was throwing down.
Yeah.
Like she came in ready to go. She played sports, like she was athletic. You could tell like she was ready to go. And not like Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey still ain't ready to go. She broke her fucking hand at WrestleMania. You don't break your hand in wrestling matches. That just, when does that ever happen? Never. Oh, it happened to you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Anyway,
Damn.
Ashley Marcelo, she knew what the fuck she was doing, and she was a rocker chick, and that was her character too. And she could get the crowd. She was hot. She knew what was going on. 2005, late 2004, early 2005 is when the Diva Search thing happened, and she was done around 2008, I think it was.
Yeah.
But it was in that, you know, that like second class after the Attitude, like the class after Carlito and Chris Masters and MVP and all them.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, or when you're talking about, I should say. But
yeah, she had a good stint, and then she really didn't wrestle that much
afterwards.
After, you know, she did a couple of appearances, but the thing was, she had just announced not too long ago that she was about to hit the indie scene again. So I don't know, maybe she was taking some performance enhancers or something, and maybe that could have caused you know, cardiac arrest or something. I don't know. Speculation, but you know, that's where you go dark, unfortunately, when shit like this happens to a 39-year-old woman, you know, in good shape. So, you know, we don't know yet, but we will know. And then also fucking, I guess, the best and worst way to go, Silver King.
Yeah.
This past weekend in London against Hoop and Toop Guerrero, died of a heart attack in the middle of the ring. Age 51, I believe he was. 51.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I seen the video. It's crazy. It's normal fucking wrestling match going on, and then he hits this weird looking clothesline, and he don't get up from it. He tries a little bit, you know, to his knees and all that. Him and Hoop and Toop's kind of talking, and the refs kind of talking in the mix, and they're back and forth. Hoop and Toop walks off for a little bit, a couple of steps away, and it's like looking around like, what the fuck? And then he just runs up and kicks him. And dude, when he takes that kick and he goes down, he don't get back up.
Damn.
He sells that kick with a heart attack and dies.
Damn.
Hooventoot tries to fuck with him a couple of times after that, and he just rolls him over and pins him 1, 2, 3. Fucking people come out, and the dude, there was the video that he took, the video I was watching, the crowd video, the dude said that it don't look like nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Like nobody was EMT trained on scene. Like nobody knew how to handle a heart attack. Nobody started chest compression. They just rolled him over on his side, and he ended up dying right there. Nobody like worked on him. Nobody, you know, was trying to help him out or nothing. They was just, everybody panicked and acted like they didn't know. They froze basically.
And didn't. Damn.
Yeah. So
that can be an issue, because like his life might have been able to have been saved, but there's no guarantee to it.
But
had that work been administered immediately,
have been like, okay, it's your heart. Let me do compressions while we get the ambulance coming, you know, or something, anything, you know, other than just rolling him on his side and waiting.
Yeah.
Like, somebody do something. Like, take a CPR class, goddammit.
No shit.
But yeah, it was crazy. And when I say best and worst, I mean he died in the middle of the ring. He loved being in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Hence, you know, dying. That's kind of like dying when you're making love to your girl. You know, that's you know, that's like
right
the best. That's the best and the worst time to die is right now. You know what I mean? Like doing something you really love.
Oh, shit.
It's very unfortunate. I think if he would have got some compressions, he could have possibly, had that chance. But, that's his story.
Yeah.
Our books are written, man. We just got to live them.
Yeah. Amen to that. There's certain chapters that we have control over, but our choices make up those chapters. But in general,
thing written in my book is the end. Okay, it's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. I'm writing the rest of it, but the end is there already in all of our books.
You know what I want written on my tombstone?
We tell the story, and the story gonna end us.
you know what I want written on my tombstone?
I like pepperoni on my tombstone.
Nah. I want, and I literally want this entire phrase put on there in Samuel L. Jackson voice. Go the fuck to sleep. There. That's what I want written on my headstone. Right next to my name and the age.
Why?
Because that was my favorite thing in the entire world, was listening to him narrate that book. Go the fuck to sleep.
What book?
You ain't, oh, bro, go look it up on YouTube. Samuel L. Jackson narrates the children's book, Go the fuck to sleep. It is the greatest thing that will ever touch your ears. That shit is fucking hilarious.
You know what I'm going to do for you, bro? You know what I'm going to do for you?
What?
I'm not going to let anybody write that dumb shit on your tombstone.
No, you better have $1 million. That's what I want, motherfucker.
No. That's what a real friend does. But what I will do is I will custom make an MP3 player that anybody that walks up can push that motherfucker, and it will say in Samuel L. Jackson's voice, "Go the fuck to sleep." I will do that for you, but I won't let you put no dumb shit on your tombstone like that.
This nigga over here.
I will get a custom made MP3 player, and I'll come and charge it, like once a month or something.
Get a lithium battery for it. Battery never dies.
I'll come and smoke a joint with you and charge your MP3s just so Samuel L. Jackson can forever tell everybody that comes and visits you to go to fuck to sleep.
No, make 2 of them and give one to Maddie. So that way she can press the button and think about Daddy.
Okay.
Go the fuck to sleep.
And I'm going to connect them. So anytime she pushes it, your tombstone says it.
Oh, shit. That shit would be hilarious. Anyway.
Motherfucker's going to be walking through the graveyard. The motherfucker going to be Samuel Jackson over there. Go the fuck to sleep. He's like, what? And then all you hear is, say what again, motherfucker?
I would love it. Just a bunch of clips of Samuel L. Jackson just over and over again. That would be awesome. Say what again? Say what again, motherfucker?
Are you from what?
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Oh, man. If y'all don't know what movie that's from, you're probably too young to be listening to this show.
Yeah, motherfucker, go to bed. Past your bed.
Go the fuck to sleep. All right. Oh, man. All right. So we're going to take our first and only commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little death of gorgeous Gino, which I have my own. I texted Cole earlier with my own little prediction based on the evidence that they presented in the show, the Vicelands show, Dark Side of the Ring. I have my own thing on what happened to gorgeous Gino, but we'll talk about that after the break, as well as the most recent episode, which was the episode on Fabulous Moolah, which, wow, that one blew my mind. Like there was literally some like emotion in that one that was tugging at my heart.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, better call somebody.
Well, I, like a lot of people, hadn't heard about a lot of this shit until recently with the naming of the Royal Rumble and then the denaming of the Royal Rumble. But like I said, we'll get to that after the commercial break. Y'all are listening to the Raw Impact Unleashed
right here on Spreaker.com, Voices Presents Radio, and also iHeartRadio and Spotify. And y'all motherfuckers out there on Mars, we still on them tunes until they kick us off. You heard?
Hello, Radio World. This is K Double here to let you know about KD5P, K Double's fifth period music class, a bi-weekly music show here on the 4 Aces Presents Radio Network, where every other Friday night at 8, I take you on a musical journey through the careers of some of your favorite musical artists. So check me out on Spreaker.com/4 Aces Presents Radio or on iHeartRadio every other Friday at 8 p.m. on Revolving Door episodes. Peace. KD5P.
Hey guys, this is Venice, and I've got a message from a friend of mine about my favorite podcast.
It's your boy, Flavor Flav in full effect. Check this out, everybody. I want y'all to go check out TJ.
What's good, everybody? TJ Johnson here for Voice from the Underground. I am the most handsome.
Big Has.
And I'm smoking my cigar, of course.
You know what I'm saying? The Dutch.
You pick me up in an Uber and a PT Cruiser, I'm calling Lyft.
Cause they be fighting the power, talking about social issues, politics, you know what I'm saying?
And we're not even that good.
Right, we're terrible. Terrible. Tangents all over the place.
And not only that, but they be keeping it fun with the sports, music, comics, and movies too.
Am I allowed to talk?
I think, no, not right now.
Shut up, colonizer!
You know what I'm saying? He on Twitter at VFU Podcast. So you can find them. So check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy.
Okay, what Flav was trying to say is, check out Voice from the Underground on your favorite podcast network.
Voice from the underground.
All right, y'all. All right. What's up? We are back. That was Dutch and them boys over at Voices from the Underground with Flavor Flav and Venice in their promo. And then that promo.
Who was it? It was Tom and them killers.
Yes, it was. Tom. No, what was the boy's name? What was the name in that meme that was like, if your boyfriend white, I ain't even scared. Like what Tommy gonna do or something like that?
What Tyler gonna do?
Yeah.
Tyler, first off, he gonna kill me, kill the dog, burn down the house, go kill his parents, and kill everybody up in the theater. And then Tyler gonna comment, "How dare you? I never hurt the dog."
That was a funny ass meme.
It's fucking hilarious. I know a Tyler like that too.
Yeah,
he fucked everybody up and still had a dog right next to him, John Wick style. Sit, dog. Good dog. Not even have a just dog is dog. You know.
Hey, according to Parabellum, it wasn't just about a dog. No, it was a really nice dog. I can't wait to see that movie. It's John Wick and.
Oh, I watched that and I watched motherfucking Pokemon. They were both very good movies.
Awesome.
John Wick had this fucking twist and spin to it, man. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
I'd say the previous two had a lot of twists and it had a lot of good reveals and twists and all that. So I would expect that this one should as well. Okay, so let's dig into this, man.
Okay.
So I've developed this theory. Call it a fan theory, call it what you want. But first and foremost, let me establish this.
Kevin running his goddamn mouth. That's what I'm
a great name for the theory. I want to say. But no, first and foremost,
Kevin runs his mouth.
First and foremost, I regret that I never truly got a chance to watch that man go in the ring, because from the clips that they showed of one Mr. Gorgeous Gino, he could go in the ring and he had a personality similar to that of Ric Flair. You know,
yeah. Some say Ric Flair took from him. I'm just saying. Really? Some say. I'm not saying it. Some say, and I see it too. I see it too.
I could see it, especially after watching that. What we're speaking of is the Viceland semi-documentary or documentary series called Dark Side of the Ring, which. I just love seeing Jim Cornette and Bruce Pritchard and them boys talk wrestling stories. Like, that's just something I wish I could sit in a room and do. But yeah.
My opinion and them boys.
Yeah. but it was definitely an eye opener. But I developed this theory after watching it, after taking in all the evidence, looking at everything that they showed us, including the voice recording from the guy, you know, the drug dealer guy that was like, yeah, you know, Gino just overdosed. I personally think the man faked his death. I personally think the man faked his death because he was so fucking paranoid that somebody was after him. He faked his own death and disappeared. Where he's at, I have no clue. I'm not even going to pretend to have an inkling to know, but probably. But if you listen to what his mother and his wife said about the autopsy, about the statements in the autopsy, like she was like, it said the dude that they did the autopsy on had an uncircumcised penis. Well, my husband's penis was circumcised. Like, I was like, there were too many things off in the autopsy, and it would just make too much sense for him to have just kind of found a body, got somebody to bring him a body, and dumped it off and disappeared. And so I'm not saying, like I said, who knows?
It's a new aspect, you know, because I didn't catch all of that. I didn't watch it. You know what I mean? I had other shit going on as it was on.
Yeah.
Same with Moolah, so I'm sure I missed some stuff on there too. But yeah, I didn't hear that shit about the autopsy. But that. If you got a circumcised dick and then the autopsy says you ain't got a circumcised dick, then that ain't your dick.
Exactly.
It's your dick.
There's a bunch of, if they go back and watch the episode, there's a bunch of stuff that she says that was like off. Well, they first of all they listed his race as Mexican, and his mom was like, I gave birth to him and I know the boy ain't Mexican. And I was just like, it was just little things like that that led me like, you know what? It would make sense because the way you listen to how his homies and his friends and the people around him talked about him in his last couple of days, dude was fucking paranoid. Dude genuinely thought that somebody was coming after him.
Was coming for him, yeah, because he was hanging out with a bad crowd.
You know, and especially when you own. And especially like the immaculate Rick James and Cole said, you know, cocaine is a hell of a drug. So it can take the smallest paranoia and fear and amplify it by 10 million. So like, you know, you listen to those stories about the last days before his body, and I throw up the air quotes, body was found. It just seems like a logical story to me. And here's what's funny is that, or not funny, but here's what's ironic about it. Is that we will officially never know because dude was in like his 30s when he disappeared in the 80s. So he might have like died somewhere and under another assumed name.
Since then.
Yeah, since then. And just won't resurface, you know.
Or he chilling on the beach in Cabo Wabo, chilling, just relaxing, fucking sipping some Mai Tais. And
being Gino.
being Jose.
Being Jose. Wasn't his name Charles?
Can't be Gino. Gino, he got to be somebody new, man.
Be somebody new, yeah. But it would definitely make for an interesting story, like in the sense of like just wow, dude, like this dude had it all, like to an extent. Like I said, he would have been to you think about if he had lived, he might have been Ric Flair before Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk. Like you go back and you watch the documentary and they show you the footage of him in the ring and his promos and just the cadence of his promos reminds me of Ric Flair. That's why I say I know it. We ain't saying it officially, but it wouldn't surprise me if Rick took a little bit from him. You know, and you know because even the cadence of the promos are similar.
Ric Flair took the Nature Boy call sign from Buddy Rogers.
Yeah. And
the Buddy Rogers is the one that came up with the strut. Yeah. Like when you see Christopher Daniels do the strut, he's doing it to honor Buddy Rogers, not Ric Flair. Ric Flair stole the name and the strut from Buddy Rogers, the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. Yeah. So you want to get down to it. Ric Flair's a thief, so
it would make sense.
He probably seen a video of Gino and was like, ooh, limousine riding. Oh, that's what I do. I'm jet flying, limousine riding, kiss wheeling, dealing, and stealing. That's what I do, baby. And that's what happened. I swear to God. I'm not saying it, but that's what happened.
Now, not to get it mixed up, you know, every wrestler takes a little bit from the people that they admired to develop their
and,
character. But no, Rick straight stole it. Like Rick copied it. Like Rick was that nigga sitting in front of the fucking TV with a notepad. Like, okay,
he gone. I'll take it. I'll take the role. He gone. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
But real talk though, like it was a really mysterious case. It was nice watching his mother's to an extent get closure on it. You know, that was a very powerful part of the piece right there. When towards the end of it, they let her listen to a statement from a person who was very close with Gino that basically said, look, basically the odds are that this man died of an overdose. With the way he was in the coke and the amount of coke that they found in his body and so on and so forth. But then again, though, there is that suspicion there. See, once again, Cole, this is what lends to my faked his death story. When you hear Jim Cornette and them talk about the fact that more cocaine was found, like literally more cocaine was found inside of his bloodstream, or the body's bloodstream, if you want to believe that wasn't his body, than what a person can normally do. Like, you know, can really take in.
Yeah. So what you're saying is he doped somebody. He was rolling down the street and was like, "Hey man, you want to do some coke?" He was like, "Yeah." And dude was doing the coke and he had a syringe full of coke and he stabbed the motherfucker in the neck, pushed the syringe down. Hot shot. Yeah, got it. And took it to his house and was like, "You Gino now. I'm Jose. I'm Adi." And he was like,
"Bye." And you know what? People as many miraculous things as I've seen crackheads do and cokeheads do, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me neither. New theory.
Yep.
I gotta go on Reddit with that. I'm gonna go on Reddit post.
All the evidence there that could lend to it.
Fake death. What? Question mark, and see what happens. I bet a whole bunch of fuckers start posting.
Oh yeah. What was it? Okay, so the other episode, which was supposedly, from what I read, the season finale. They'll be back again later. I guess this was just a 6-episode run. Was an eye-opening, because I had heard, we had even spoke a little bit about it. We touched on it when they announced that it was going to be the Fabulous Moolah Women's Battle Royal. And then all of a sudden, it was like days later, we saw reports that they had changed the name, and then all of a sudden it was just the Women's Battle Royal, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. And we were like, what the fuck? Like why? And I read a couple articles where they talked about, like, there was, an image, another side of Moolah that wasn't that kind, that wasn't. And to an extent, I'm beginning to understand. I'm not necessarily saying I agree, but I'm beginning to understand why there was such a public backlash. Like, not in the sense of the pimping her out, the pimping women out. I don't know how much of that I buy. Because if you listen to a lot of the women that were there, like...
Yeah, I don't know about that aspect of it, too. It wouldn't surprise me if some of that was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, again... It wouldn't surprise me if that was just somebody saying something to get back at somebody, you know, just because they mad because she stole her spotlight or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But the best quote was from the end of it when that chick goes, just because I hate that bitch don't mean that you got to take what she's done and take her recognition from her. Like, I don't like the bitch and I'll never like the bitch.
Wendy Richter. It was Wendy Richter. She was like, the bitch gone.
But no. It wasn't that bitch. Because she goes, the bitch dead. I don't give a fuck. But the other bitch, she was like, it don't matter. If I fucking hate her or not, you can't take away what she did and her recognition. Like, she did that. She paved the way for women's wrestling. Regardless of how she did it, she did it.
Yep. Now, and that's where I say I see both sides of the coin, because some of her tactics, like, to an extent, but then again, no, Moolah wasn't doing anything that every promoter wasn't doing to wrestlers, to other male wrestlers across the nation. Let's put that out on the table. Be real and honest about that. Moolah wasn't doing nothing to her female wrestlers in the sense of she was, even though Moolah was double dipping a little bit, charging them rent and taking the top off their fee. But that's just what it is. You know, that's just what it is. It is what it is. And to an extent, I wonder. Tell me something. Is Glow any type of loosely based on her story?
Nah.
No, okay.
No.
Because there's a thing within you've watched the first season of Glow. I'm still on like episode 7 right now. I'm still watching it, but yeah, you see how they got them living all in the same place and going to gym training together. It just sounded awfully familiar when they started talking about that on Viceland show. I was like, huh.
Yeah, no. Glow happened after Moolah had basically taken the belt back again and again. You got to think Ivory was part of Glow.
Okay.
And Ivory's not old, now, compared or would be then, now or then, in comparison to Moolah. So you gotta look at that. There was like maybe a decade or two in between Moolah's things going on, or it could have been the same time. Moolah could have been doing that shit up into the 80s.
Yeah.
So
well into the 80s. But basically, what we're talking about is that Moolah,
but that's how shit was though.
Yeah,
that's how like people wanted to keep their promotions tight. They would have everybody at the same hotel, at the same little spot, doing their thing. They live together, train together, work together, travel together.
And that's what I was talking. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, basically, Moolah had a compound.
Damn it.
Moolah had a compound. She had a compound where her girls came and they stayed and they lived there and they trained there and she basically controlled just about every aspect of their lives. And some people would consider it, by today's standards, that would never be allowed, unless the people that were doing it were volunteering, which back then, that's the funny thing about it, is they were volunteering. Like Jim Cornette said, you understood as a female wrestler at that point that if you wanted to be booked, if you wanted to wrestle,
you had to go there.
You had to go through Moolah. That was it. Now her making the girls sleep with her husband or her husband making the girls sleep with him, that shit was like, all right, dude. It wasn't necessarily all that.
And even, there's this guy I want you to meet up with. Go meet up with him and go on a date. The nicer you are to him, the nicer he'll be to you, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if all that went down, but it wouldn't surprise me if it did. Right. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you're not in the ring, you're not able to work. Hey, go out there and go out on this date, be an escort. Show the guy a good time. If you do more, you'll get more. And the chick understood that. I'm pretty sure Moolah. That's all Moolah had to say. And the chick understood that. She could have said yes or no,
and she said no.
And she gotta leave.
Yeah,
you gotta leave. She said no after she went out on the date, though.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was supposed to be being booked with the dude for a match.
No, this was a date, fool. She broke her fucking neck. She couldn't wrestle.
But she said Moolah had her in the ring taking bumps after she broke her neck for like months.
Yeah, and she wasn't wrestling she wasn't getting booked on any shows. Moolah was punishing her.
Yeah.
And fucking sending her out on dates.
To me that ain't. She told her either you gonna do something to get me my rent money or you got to go, and the girl left. But like I said, some of the shit that Moolah did, and here's the thing about the whole sleeping with the promoter and all that shit and blah 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 blah. People got to understand the time that Moolah came from. Moolah came from the 40s and the 50s, in which that's how a lot of female wrestlers were treated in them early days. Because back then, women weren't looked at as anything other than side pieces to men. And so, for her, there were a lot of women, like for instance, I hate to say it like this because I don't want to put that out there like that, but it's kind of like a hoe that eventually becomes a pimp. A girl that's been out there working the streets and she works her way up and she gets her own stable. And so she running her thing where she the pimp. And she got 4 or 5 hoes working underneath her. The mentality is the same. Moolah brought those girls up in the same world that she was brought up in the same wrestling world that she was brought up in. And because of that, there was some shit that went on that was like, okay. Like I said, in today's society of wrestling, it would never fly. But back then, it was commonplace. Wasn't that uncommon for a promoter to, snuzzle up to the female talent. It wasn't right, but it wasn't uncommon either. And so that's why for me, a lot of the stuff that they showed with Moolah, it was like, okay, that was fucked up, but I have to put it in the proper context of the time in which she came from and the time in which they were living in.
But regardless, it's still fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of the time, unfortunately, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit ain't right. So yeah, she should be shunned for it, but she should also be recognized for what she's done.
Right.
Like you can't throw away her accomplishments because she did business like a man.
Yeah. And also the thing about it that sucks is that you don't want to throw away her accomplishments, but what makes it hard is the Wendy Richter situation. What makes it hard to want to say, okay, let's overlook all that other shit because of context and just focus on what she contributed. Because she had a chance after contributing, to the rise of women's wrestling. And like Wendy Richter said, she turned it right around and put it to bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because it wasn't her. And like, that's the things where it's 50-50, where I understand where it sucks that WWE changed the name, but I also understand why WWE changed the name.
Yeah, I understand it. And I agree with it too. I would prefer it not to have a name on it. Like Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is not a significant Memorial Battle Royal. Like it's not a Battle Royal that's really significant. Yes, it's significant and to immortalize Andre the Giant and remember him. But the winner ain't going on to WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that. But the winner of the Women's Memorial Battle Royal does go on to face a champion.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania. So that
I wonder if they're going to stop that now that they have a Women's Royal Rumble.
I don't know.
But anyway, go on. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off. It was just a thought that popped into my head. But you know what I would love to see? Here you go, bro. Since SummerSlam is basically the WrestleMania of the summer, right?
Yeah.
The winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
You don't even know how to say it. Okay, cool.
Huh?
You want a peanut?
Shut up. all right, Genie. Anyway, well, I'll say, but no, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and the winner of the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal need to go on the championship matches at SummerSlam. Just like the Royal Rumble winner gets a match at WrestleMania, those Battle Royal winners at WrestleMania get championship matches at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just an idea to make it relevant. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Just an idea to make it mean something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I could with that. So let's get to these predictions right quick.
I was just about to say the exact same thing.
You got a motherfucking show to do. I got a motherfucking show to do. We got shows to do. So let's
what's
see.
What's your show about to be about while I look up this match card?
It's a mix. It's just a mix of good music, man. Yeah. Feel good music, a little bit of everything.
All right. For me, it's talking NBA playoffs, Warriors, Blazers, all that. Bucks, Raptors.
Jackets.
You don't care about the Jackets.
Your Jackets, man. Yeah. I don't care about you talking about your Blazers.
Shut the fuck up. Leave it to Cole for some shit like that.
Black Blazers. I got stripe Blazers. I got little handkerchiefs for my Blazers. I got ties to match my Blazers.
If y'all ever see us anywhere, feel free to slap him.
If anybody comes up to me and slaps me, I'm beating the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how big you are or whatever. You slap a motherfucker, that strikes TNT inside.
Hey, Cole, though, you know what, though? I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be over there in the corner of the video laughing my ass off. I can't believe somebody did it. I can't believe it. They slapped his ass.
And I'm gonna be like, I can't believe I'm going to jail today, stomping the shit out of somebody. I'm like, I can't believe today is the day I go to jail. And I'm just
Okay,
gonna
hold on.
not stop stomping the motherfucker. Come slap me in public. See what happens.
Well, say okay. So I just want to bring this up real quick before we get to these predictions. I know you said you ain't watched The Big Bang Theory, but there was a scene in the finale episode that was hilarious. At the very beginning, they kind of wrapped it up the way everybody knew they were going to wrap it up. Sheldon wins a Nobel, so it's him waiting for the call to get to tell him that he's won it, right? And they call him, and he's like, and his wife turns to him, and she's like, "Can you believe we won it?" He's like, "I can't believe it. Somebody pitched me. I don't know if this is real." And he turns around, and Leonard slaps the shit out of him, like jumps into it, just slaps the shit out of him. It's like he turns around, he's like, "I just won a Nobel Prize," and he starts jumping up and down. But the fact that he just slapped the holy shit, Leonard took his shot. He saw his moment and took his shot.
He was like, finally, I get to do
it. He's like, I can legitly do it, and he can't be upset about it. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah.
No,
all right.
I'm going to be upset. And then later on, you going to have a black eye.
All right. All right. So, what I'll say. So, okay. So, we got BK Lynch, Becky Two Belts versus Lacey Evans.
Becky.
Yeah. Same here. I'll write this quick. I'll do shorthand. We've got, let's see, Roman Reigns versus Elias.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take that same thing.
I'm winning right now, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I just want you to remember. That's
new rule to the pay-per-view thing. New rule, wild card rule, motherfucker. If you won the last pay-per-view, you have to pick first for every pick until you lose a pay-per-view. So that way you can't just copy off of me to make sure that we tie and and keep your streak going. Make it fair and balanced.
No, I can't believe that you would actually do that. Because I always randomly pick against you no matter what.
I know, I'm fucking
in every pay-per-view, I always make sure we have one match that is different.
Least. For sure.
At least. Do the same. No matter if I like my pick or not, I'll always do it regardless. And you can throw in this bullshit rule 5 years in. 5 years in. I picked no one first tonight. It's all you. Now, I'll decide what I want. After that,
shut the
fuck up. I'm on strike. That was a slap in my face right there, Kevin.
Oh, stop it! It was not. You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know I can say stop it? Because there's been times when you've been sitting there giggling and laughing as you making your picks after me, talking about, man, I'm just gonna agree with you for the rest of this to make sure that we tie, and joked with me about it on multiple occasions. So
then by the end of it, I always pick different. I always have one match that's different. Just so to make it interesting.
And I do the same thing.
You motherfucker throwing in new rules. There ain't no new rules. That's void. I veto that shit.
Oh, hell no.
It's got to be unanimous to be a rule. It's got to be unanimous to be a rule. That's a rule.
It's me, myself, and I. We all voted for it.
All right.
So it's 3-3, motherfucker.
How you gonna be a co-host of a show with only one host?
I don't know. Shit, motherfucker.
What's the next match, fool?
Miz and Shane, dummy. Miz and Shane, fool.
Miz and Shane. I think the Miz gonna get over this time.
I think so too. Because
I finally we're gonna get to end it. I think we're gonna finally get to end it. Yeah.
But I don't think that. See, and that's where we differ. I don't think this is over after this. I think we still got one more match. I think they still got one more match.
Then I don't see the Miz winning if they got one more match, but. I don't care about you. I'm care about me. And the Miz is my pick. The Miz is my pick.
Miz is my pick. I just see them having one more match.
Quit picking what I pick.
Well, say all right. SmackDown Tag Team Titles match. Daniel Bryan and Rowan, the Eco Brothers versus the Usos.
Wait, didn't the Usos go to Raw?
Yes, they did, but they're competing for SmackDown.
Daniel Bryan and the Eco Brothers, the Eco
Oh, sorry,
Warriors.
no. Sorry, it's not a tag team title match. It's just a tag team match. I thought they were
Oh,
facing off for the title. No, it's just a tag match.
then the Usos, because
Okay.
Daniel Bryan and the Eco Brothers won last time.
Okay.
So the Usos gonna win this time. If it's not a title match, then the Usos gonna win. If it's a title match, Daniel Bryan and Rowan's gonna win.
According to Wikipedia, it's not a title match.
Okay, then the Usos. Usos got this.
Next up, we got Becky Lynch taking on Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women title.
This is where I was like, well, and then I was like, whoa. And I was like, well, and then I was like, nah. And then I was like, oh, Becky.
Becky, all right.
Yeah, Becky.
Now, this may be that split match because I have this weird feeling that she's going to end up dropping one of the belts.
Yeah, and then I was like, whoa. And then I was like, well. So that's why I understand where you're coming from. If you're picking Charlotte, I understand.
Yes, I am. All right, and next up we got AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins for the Universal title.
Seth Rollins.
Okay. And I would have to go with Seth as well there. That's just a smart pick. All right. And then let's see. All right, so now we've got Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title.
Joe.
There we go. Okay. You said Joe. And I'm going to have to go Joe as well. Just because I want to see Joe keep the belt. And we have WWE Championship match, Kofi Kingston. Oh, let me bring down the mic. Sorry. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens.
Kofi Kingston. You thought I was going to say Kevin Owens.
Yes, I did. For a half second there, I did. Once again, just because I want to see Kofi retain the belt, I'm going to pick Kofi. All right, so last thing we got now is the Money in the Bank ladder matches. So who you got in the men's match?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre, okay. Who I got?
Drew McIntyre. I bought that motherfucker a Long Island iced tea one night.
Yeah.
And kicked it with him. Him and Ricardo
Rodriguez. I'm taking Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Good choice.
Just because
he's my favorite on Raw. Like of all of them, he's my favorite on Raw.
Like what's funny is that I would have picked if it wasn't for the fact that Sami Zayn got swapped in, I probably would have picked Drew McIntyre. But just something about recently how they've been screwing Drew McIntyre, and B, the fact that they've been pushing Sami Zayn so hard recently. So
that's a really good choice, but it's wrong.
Yeah, okay. And then we got the women's Money in the Bank. I'm going to go with my girl again.
Who?
Ember Moon. One of these years she's actually going to win it.
Yeah, maybe not. Who's all in it? Give me some names.
It's Ember Moon. It's Natalya, Dana Brooke, Naomi, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Carmella, and Nikki Cross. Oh, they added Nikki Cross to it.
It's going to be... Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. No. Nikki Cross is replacing Alexa Bliss.
What?
Oh. What the hell's going on there?
What? Nah, go to WWE.com and see what's up.
All right.
Yeah. What? Because my pick was Alexa Bliss. Last thing I seen on top of a ladder was Alexa Bliss holding the case on top of the ladder. She was sitting in some leather pants. It was tight. It was nice. It was right. Girl, get on down. Oh, but anyway, yeah, that was my pick.
Hold on. It was then announced that as Bliss was not okay. So a Moment of Bliss segment, blah, 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 blah. She does that. On the May 13th episode, Bliss, who had lost her luggage, was replaced by new draftee Nikki Cross in a fatal 4-way match between Raw's 4 participants, which Cross won. It was then announced that Cross would replace Bliss in the ladder match as Bliss was not medically cleared to compete.
Wow. Who's in it now? Nikki Cross.
I'm going to the actual video now. It's a YouTube video of them announcing that Alexa Bliss won't be. Yeah, Alexa Bliss's replacement name for WWE Money in the Bank on WWE Now. See, this is the one thing. As much as I love about WWE, y'all got too much goddamn programming now. Like y'all be announcing shit on small little videos on the internet and shit. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Go back. Tell me who's in the damn match so I can pick it and we can finish the show. Don't go watch videos. Go back to the women. Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross, Carmella, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Bayley, Naomi, Dana Brooke, and Natalya.
Mandy Rose. That's my
Rose.
Right. Yes.
No, that was just interesting. I didn't even know. Like, I knew that she replaced her in that match on Monday, but I didn't know that she had replaced her in the Money in the Bank match.
After you had read, she had replaced her, and because she was not medically cleared, I had asked you to go back and tell me who's in the match.
Oh,
and you started going to YouTube channels and shit.
Yeah, man. No, actually, I just pressed the citation button and it had a link to the YouTube video of them saying that she did that. Yep. So yes, people, Wikipedia does use citations. Anyways, that's it for us for this week, y'all. Tune into this nigga at 9 for a mix of some great music on Planet of Cold Blues, Rock and Coal. And tune in to me in about 10 minutes as I'm going to talk NBA playoffs as I'm sitting here watching the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT. So Double K's Classroom up next and Planet of Coal at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's it for us, y'all. Peace.
Take it easy.